I like to consider myself a curator of content. So for the next several weeks, I'd like to share with you some of the best post-career planning advice that I've amassed up to this point. Over the course of the next several weeks, I'll be sharing ideas, thoughts, articles, exercises to go along with these concepts. But again, all directed towards what's some of the best things that I've seen out there today. So to get us started, I'd like to share with you 4 different pieces of advice that I have seen consistently in the research. First, before you think it necessary, start planning. Now, again, remember, I'm not talking about financial planning. I'm talking about non-financial retirement planning, right? Not about how much, but what you need the money for. Now, the research shows that you should do this type of planning 5 years out before your last day at work. Realistically, most of the women I know don't do it that far in advance. In fact, they might not do it at all. And some other factors that play into this planning are your age, your work situation, your timeline for your retirement, financial stability, and personal circumstances. Here's the rule of thumb. Before you think it's necessary, start planning. Give as much time as you need to it. Second concept that I really like that I've seen time and time again. Think about how you're going to replace the 5 benefits that work gives you. Our working life provides us with benefits that are an integral part of our daily life and have risen to the status of needs. Now, again, what are those 5 benefits that work gives us? Well, as we all know, compensation, right? It pays us to be able to meet our material needs. So the question you ask yourself is, do I still need to work? How much do I need to work in order to continue to support my material needs? The second thing that work gives us is time management, structure to our week. Don't we know what we're doing Monday through Friday? What a lot of people we know are doing Monday through Friday. When that's no longer the situation for you, how are you going to fill that time? The third thing that it gives you is status. And of course, it gives you a sense of identity and personal worth. When you're no longer working, how will you continue to fulfill those? It gives us a sense of purpose. We know how we're contributing to our organization, but once we leave, how are we going to continue to utilize our time and talents? Finally, socialization. We spend more time with our work friends than we do with family and friends at home. So for all those reasons, how are you going to replace those 5 benefits? The fourth piece of advice that I came up with, the third piece of advice is no one is ever 100% prepared for post-career life. Kind of like having a baby, right? You're never totally prepared for what the experience is going to be. But here's some things that you can think about planning for, at least to give you a little bit more confidence in being ready for it. Have a financial plan. Have a plan for emergencies. Have health insurance options. Have a social network. And finally, have something to do. And the last piece of advice I offer you this week is the most important thing about this is to give it focus and attention, this planning. Buy yourself a beautiful journal. Grab your beverage of choice. Mark it on the calendar that this is going to be your time for personal reflection, because personal reflection leads to creative reinvention. And the final thing I would love to share with you is a mantra that I hope you use every day, looking in the mirror, your daily conversations with yourself in the mirror. And here's the mantra: I am worth the work. Please take that time for yourself. And I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks for listening.